Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I draw a brown cat eye using colored pencils. In my last video, I said I'd be doing two separate videos, one using Polychromos and the other with Prismacolor, but I changed my mind and I created a new one using both brands together. If you'd like to see a video on how I did draw this eye with just Prismacolor or Polychromos, please let me know down in the comments below. If you struggle creating realistic cat eyes, then I hope this video helps you out even just a little bit. Please don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. The first thing I did was block in my lighter areas using Polychromos white. This just helps remind me that there is a reflection there or even a lighter colored area. Once that is done, I go in and outline the darker areas first, like around the eye, mainly in the corners and the pupil of the eye. For this, I'm using sepia from Prismacolor. At the bottom of the eye, I go in with 20% warm gray, just to block in that little area. It's not as dark as the outer corners of the eye, but I still wanted something there. Once that is finished, it's time to start adding in the color to the eye. With small circular motions, I layer down Prismacolor cream as the base layer, and then using 10% warm gray, I go in and mark out the shaded areas. The shaded areas mainly are at the bottom of the eye, the corner of the eye, a little bit around the pupil, the top of the eye, and you definitely want to get just below the reflection itself so it stands out just a little bit more. After all of this is finished, I went in with my Polychromos using cadmium yellow, cadmium orange, and dark cadmium orange, starting from the lightest color to the darkest color. Now remember to shade the colors in using a circular motion and using a light touch. Using a circular motion can help give the eye a more glassy, smooth look, which in turn makes it look realistic. Now, I personally think that using oranges, reds, and yellow just help the eye really pop in color instead of just going in right with browns that will make it look more dull and not as eye-catching. Now, before going in with my browns, I went in with white to help blend the base colors together so I can add more color on top. Once I'm happy with how the base is looking for the eye, I went in with umber to make the eye more on the brown side rather than the reddy orange yellow side. I also use umber to put down the first layer for the squiggles that you can see in the cat eye. After I'm happy with how that is looking, I went over it with walnut brown to make the squiggles in the eye a little bit darker and to help darken up the shadowed area in the eye. Also, I went in with that color. And then after that, I noticed I needed to darken up the areas even more, so I went in with sepia from Prismacolor, and instead of going right in with black, I decided to use 70% warm gray to darken up a few areas around the eye, and I even added it in the pupil and the squiggly lines in the eye just to help bring everything together. Now remember to go over the lighter areas with darker tones, and you even want to go over the reflection with darker tones just to make those areas stand out more and give it a more 3D look to the eye and make it look more glassy instead of flat. So in the reference photo, the skin around the eye has a purple and blue tint to it. So what I did was, starting with gray, I outlined those areas, and then I went in with skin tones and then blues and purple. It all just ties it in together and just makes it look more realistic, and it makes it just pop even more, and it ties everything together with the eye itself. I tried not to go into too much detail in the fur around the eye just because I wanted the main focus to be on the cat eye itself and how to draw a brown cat eye. But for the fur around the eye, I noticed that it was orange with a white patch. So what I did was, just using the same colors as I did in the eye, I went in and used it on the fur as well. I just went in with cream as the base color and added in the shaded areas with the light yellow and even orange. And then to add in the fur details that I can see in the orange patches, I went in with light brown and dark brown, as you can see here. In the nose, there was a dark patch of fur, so I just went in with dark brown instead of gray to help that dark patch really stand out more. I even went in with walnut brown to make it more darker in color. Now for the white part at the bottom, I did not show that part here in this video. I do have a white fur tutorial which I have linked above, so you should go and check that out if you want to know how to draw white fur. Once I'm happy with how the cat eye is looking, I just went over it one last time to do any final touch-ups that I think needed to be done, whether it is to go over the orange patches with cream to blend the fur lines out, or white in the fur down below, or even add skin tone around the eye. I hope this video helped you out even just a little bit for creating a brown cat eye. I will be doing more eye studies in the future, so please let me know down in the comments below what you would like to see. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe and leave a like down below, and I'll see you in the next video.